Yes, my people, good day. Working on a Land Rover, what is LR3, LR4, one of them type things there. Yes. Customer states while driving, they're hearing a squeaky, squeaky sound while driving. And I drove it. It took a while before I heard it. So I have the wheels lifted up and everything. And then I spin. And none of the wheels, all four of them, front, the one in the back, none of them are binding. All of the pads and everything look decent. So we said, let us go under here and take a look and see what's going on. So look, show you the first thing we see. Bam, look at that. Look at that. See that grease and all that kind of stuff? This CV boot here has a tear. There's a tear right here. And as it spin, it sling. See all of them kind of stuff that are going on right there. So that is the brake caliper right there. So I don't think any grease is getting onto the brake pads or rotors, but that's not supposed to be like that. So we're going to bring that to our attention. But I don't think that is what's causing the squeaky, squeaky. But while we're under here, we're looking around. We're looking around and see what's going on. Look on this side. You see how clean everything is over here, nice and dry. This one working good, right? We have the ear struts up here. That's the ear strut right there. So ear suspension, this thing squats down when or raises up depending on what you need to do. So looking under here, see it? Nice cat, nice and accessible to all of the, would-be saw people. But fortunately, they haven't found this one yet. But anyway, transfer case, because this thing is all-wheel drive shaft going to the stuff in the back, drive shaft here going to the axle in the front. All right, so we're still on the hunt, trying to figure out what's going on. Right, so we're looking at the exhaust. Sometimes universal joints, when go bad, they'll make a sound, but it makes like a squeaky type sound. It doesn't make a continuous type sound. So we're looking on this side. Everything look decent. I must say that the chassis on these things have never been their downfall. They've been pretty solid with the chassis. It's all the other things that they choose to add to it that drag it down. So anyway, let me just show you now. So we have the drive shaft. I say, I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm just looking. So we have the drive shaft. We see it right there, and I'm looking. And then when I look, there was a shield right here. This shield goes like so and covers all of that. See? So you can't really see it. But I am looking at all the connection points because you have something named a center support bearing, which is this, right? Center support bearing. So when I'm looking at it and I look, I say, yo, that don't look too well. What is that? That looked here. So just use your hand now and what is that? Regardless, that's not supposed to be like that. And while driving, the drive shaft is turning. And if the drive shaft is turning, it turns constantly. And I hear the sound constantly while rolling. It could be a brake, but no. I think it has to do with this center support here because this drive shaft is supposed to be more up, like so, more centered, and it's sitting down. So it's not sitting straight. And then this looks suspect to me. It's not supposed to be like this. So there's movement going on in this housing. That's why you're getting the corrosion and all of the oxidation here coming out. Long story short, this is bad. So before I can do any further diagnosis or anything, we have to address this if we're chasing like a mystery sound. Because we check the pads and everything. Brake pads good in the back. Brake pads good in the front. So in a situation like this now, you cannot ignore something as obvious. Even though you can't confirm, but you cannot ignore because it's a possibility. So she has to do this first. And then after that, we can check and go from there. But yeah, man. This is what it looked like under here on the LR3 or 4. Let me look. LR4. All right, there we go. It is a LR4. So, we're going to go with that. Land Rover Life goes like that. Yeah, man. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, bless. Yeah.